Alright, we're live. Okay. Thought I'd stream a little bit tonight. This game's pretty good. You basically throw dice around and pray that you roll them correctly. It's a bit like Dicey Dungeons, except it's doesn't use the same inventory management. It's actually not at all like Dicey Dungeons. The only, well, it's a little bit like Dicey Dungeons. You'll see what I mean when I play a little bit. So I already have a bunch of stuff unlocked in one profile, but I thought I might start fresh with the knowledge I gained from my previous playthrough. So let's go into profile 2. Start game. We'll just do the tutorial for the unlocks, but otherwise we're normally good. And you can kind of see, you'll get to see what's going on too, and then if you want to play it, you can play it, and probably do better than me. Cleric is pretty cool. All the characters are pretty cool, you'll see. Game is all about dice. It's to gain resources and defeat enemies, yep. Start each scenario with 2 6-sided dice. This is what you have rolled for your first turn. Panels below show all the faces of each die. Enemies appear in waves. This tutorial scenario has 6 waves of enemies. First wave only has a single scarecrow. Let's practice using your dice to defeat. Current roll is very useful as a reroll button. It shows how many rerolls you have left this turn. Click on it to reroll. Rerolls are very important in this game. It's probably one of your most valuable resources. And a lot of this game is about risk management. So you can see we're getting money, which we'll use later to upgrade our dice here. Great, the Scarecrow still has 1 more health, but you can't do more right now. Click on the next button. Next turn button. Okay, next turn. Try to defeat the Scarecrow this turn. Alright, so you can see how it says we have 6 turns left. This roll doesn't kill the Scarecrow, but it's actually a decent roll because you get some gold here. It's not going to let us buy from the shop yet. So it's going to want us to reroll until we get some. So this is actually a decent roll as well, because we get some gems are basically mana. And he's dead. When all enemies are defeated or you run out of turns, the wave ends. Press the next turn to get a reward before facing the next wave. Okay. So we can choose between health, gold, and streak and score. Doing well, so let's choose the score reward. The faster you defeat a wave, the more points you get. Choose score rewards several times in a row to get a streak bonus. So we will do that. Upgrade your dice at almost any time. Each upgrade changes 2 faces on a die. Try buying an upgrade from the shop. You have enough gold to buy any one of them, so choose freely. You can mouse over a die face to get more information. Okay, so what I like to do is go for... I like to eco really hard, so... especially early on. So getting like a gold upgrade, this is like a fantastic upgrade. 2 gold and 3 swords. Like 3 swords will kill most enemies in the game, and the gold is just insane because that's how, like, you snowball really quickly. Because the harder you eco, the faster you snowball. The caveat is, if you eco too hard, you die. So there is a balance here. In this scenario, you take this one. You can rotate with space, middle mouse button, or by left clicking anywhere so on the die. So This is a very, it's saying put it here, and this is where you want to put it, because the heart is your weakest face on your die. And then putting triple sword over the sword just means it's basically a straight upgrade here. And great, for each gold you spend on upgrades, you get 1 experience point XP. You also get XP from defeating enemies, real enemies, not these dummies. Get enough XP, you gain a level and get a new ability, a new die, or more health. So that's the other thing. The harder you eco, the harder you snowball with your XP, which means you unlock more dice. You can unlock 2 more dice here, and then it just makes you even stronger. You buy an upgrade, a new upgrade is added to the shop. At the end of each turn, the upgrade at the bottom is removed from the shop and a new one is added at the top. Let's try using an ability. New gems to use abilities. Shield Bash costs 1 blue gem to use and allows you to hit enemies with your shields. Click on it to try it out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Use your shield to attack a scarecrow. Ability has a limited amount of charges. Each time you use it, you spend 1 charge. When you run out of charges, you lose the ability. That's the case most of the time. There are exceptions as well. Now defeat the remaining scarecrow however you like. Okay. So, hit him with the sword. We have 7 turns left, so we could eco if we want to. We don't really need to. It's pretty safe for us here. Keep on going for streak. Oops, maybe we should invert those scarecrows. These birds look like bad news. Each crow will attack for 2 damage at the end of a turn. Shield you keep reduces damage from every attack during a turn level 1. Keep an eye on your health. If it ever reaches 0, you die. Yeah, so this is where kind of the risk reward comes in, because if you just try and reroll to get as much gold as possible, that means you're missing out on shields and attacks to reduce the damage that's coming in. So basically you're walking this tightrope of sacrificing health to gamble and get more resources. I think this is fine. It gives us another blue gem, which is really good. So we'll do that. And this is also very good. And Aspect of Healing is good in some situations. Strategic Retreat is kind of insane. Especially with this character. So we'll go for that. And you can see how these have mixed ones. This is like really useful because it lets you kind of, if you roll this dice, it lets you defend and get resources at the same time. You kind of like want to think about how you get your mixes of dice together. So what we could do is do it like that. The reason we did it like that is now when this like lets us eco really hard, or if we roll this face is really good to roll because it means we'll always be able to use Shield Bash. So you want to look out for combinations like that. And there we go. So we could keep that. I think we'll reroll. And that's very good. So already we're ecoing pretty hard here. Keys are very important, but that's more of something later on. Health is kind of, it depends. Sometimes you want a lot of health and sometimes you don't. That's another one, so keeping on with the eco here. And this is a straight upgrade, so we'll just take that. It's pretty safe. Yeah, if you're never sure what to take, just compare kind of the shop with what's on the board, and if you see something that's a straight upgrade, just take it. It's as a general rule of thumb. There is also a max capacity, so like you see I get 2 here. What I can do is I could go, I could use one of my blue gems and then keep, and then I wouldn't waste, but we don't have any shields, so it's pointless. This is interesting, so we can keep here. And we can shield bash. That's a very good upgrade. I don't think we'll be able to afford it, though. Yeah, so now they're saying you can get XP. It's not even going to let us take score. So we will get XP. Yeah, it's very important to watch your XP bar. Because I think the XP you get from buying from the shop equals the amount of gold you use to pay for it. This one's really good here. You'll see why. So we keep, and then we go ahead, shield bash. The bird you just killed was carrying a chest. You can open chests by reducing their health to 0 or by using a key. Chests only remain for 1 wave. Disappear at the end of a turn if no hostile enemies remain. So, symbol shows that an enemy will drop a chest when defeated. So chests are very important. You can see how much health it has. It's like a ridiculous amount of health. That's why turns left is very important too, because that kind of lets you gauge how long you have to try and go for a chest. Let's see. Can't install here yet. Okay. So we'll install here instead. So now we have the chance to get 2 keys. So it's like a 1 in 3 chance. And we'll keep. And keys basically let you cheese. Oops, I didn't get that one. Whatever. Keys basically let you cheese the health. They're like a mega attack on chests. Some chests will have like 16 HP or something ridiculous like that. So you can imagine using your like 1 sword attack or whatever to open a chest. It's just not going to work. You're just not going to have enough time. So that's where keys come in handy. The downside of keys is that they don't do anything else. They're useless outside of that. So you can, this is a pretty safe upgrade. You can, what I like to do is, I'll see, if I see a key in the shop, I'll wait until there's actually chests spawning before I buy it, so I don't screw myself over. In this case, this is actually good. So you can do that, and then use the key there. And I don't think it's going to let us get upgrades, otherwise I would get that. Yeah, and we'll take the streak. This bunch of crows are really fast. You only have 2 turns to defeat them. If there are enemies left on the turn, when the turns for a wave run out, they disappear, but each adds fear equal to their attack. When your fear reaches 10, you lose. Fear is usually not that big of an issue, except on a couple of the levels. Use this trap to try to capture an enemy in its die. This is a very important mechanic. The chance of successful capture is reduced by 10% for each health the enemy has. If the capture fails, the trap gets a bonus to future capture attempts, raising this trap to capture an enemy. So we will do that. You saw the 80% there. The trap can only be used to capture 1 enemy. Once the trap has been used successfully, its face becomes blank. Blank faces are useless, so they are good spots to install upgrades. Yeah, if you roll a blank face, it doesn't do anything, which is really bad. That's the downside of traps, is once you use it, it makes your dice a bit worse. Each enemy you capture has a special ability that either happens once when you capture it, or gives you a bonus for as long as the enemy remains captured. And also the captured enemy disease ability. So it has attack 2, and gain 1 gold when you deal 2+ damage with an attack on this die. So that's a pretty good ability. Alright, and do that. The upside of traps is they're essentially instant kills if you land them. But if you don't land them, it's really bad. Let's see, still not letting us upgrade there. What we can do is we can upgrade there instead. This Fang lets your captured enemy attack. The crow you captured in this die has 2 attacks, so the Fang will deal 2 damage. you had no captured enemy, the Fang would still deal 1 damage. So it's basically the attack of your enemy is multiplied by the Fang. So if the attack of your enemy is like 5 or something, then you multiply that by your Fang. So if you have multiple Fangs on a die, it can get out of hand pretty quickly, in a good way. Okay, this is the final wave. This is the tutorial boss. He's pretty tough. He's not that tough. Bosses must be defeated before the turns run out, otherwise you lose. Boss's shield reduces the damage of your non-piercing attacks by 1. Try using arrows, strong hits, or a trap to defeat him. So those attacks are piercing, your shields won't protect you. Yeah, piercing attacks can be extremely problematic, especially on some enemies. Try your best to defeat the boss. If you fail, you can try the tutorial again or move on to the real adventures. Remember that your Holy Light ability can save you if your health runs low. So yeah, we may use it here, or we might strategic retreat, which is probably the better option. At this stage of the game, like, you can see how much gold you have. So gold at this stage might be useless, so you might consider like putting this upgrade over this is not a terrible idea. However, gold does add to your score at the end, which can be important if you're trying to 5-star something. So it just kind of depends whether you want to get rid of your gold faces on your die or not. In this case, we'll keep. And we know it was pretty safe there. See, this is why you need to know when you're going to level up and what you're going to get from your level ups. Because you could be at a critical point where you see that the enemies are going to kill you, and gain the max health increase might save you. And if you don't know that, then you can just give up without knowing that you could have saved yourself. So we are level 4 at this moment. And I think what we'll do is... So we don't have any shield currently. But when you do have shield, strategic retreat is kind of insane. Even though we don't have shield, it's still a good option here. And this way we still have the 1 blue gem for shield bashing available. And we'll keep here. And now strategic retreat gets better. And we can shield bash. And this adds it to, if there's an attack on your shield die, it adds it to it. And some attacks have modifiers like piercing. So it becomes like a piercing attack, so it's like even better than it would have been previously. So what we'll do is kill him. And we'll keep again. We'll wear him down a little bit here. This is a good reroll, and this is a good keep. Take the shield bash. And you can see we have 2 from the crow, and then 2 from the shield bash, so it becomes 4. So we'll use that there. Get some money. And the crow ability trigger too, so we got another gold. And we won. Yeah, you really don't need that much streak here. You only need 50 points to get 5 stars. And we got 607. Excuse me. Let's see. Bumble Splash is pretty good. So you can see the reason why you want to get like 5 stars is to unlock things faster. That's about it. That's the only reason you want to get 5 stars, is to unlock things faster. Hard mode unlocks once we finish the normal mode. And it's nice because it shows you your tallies here. And we still haven't unlocked anyone else. The cleric isn't my favorite character, but they're still pretty cool. So Heart Pendant, increase your starting maximum health by 4. Heart symbols on your dice restore 2 health instead of 1. So health isn't that great. Bombless Pouch is decent, so we'll take that. And that one gives you gold at the end of each wave. So again, what I was saying earlier, like, the harder you eco at the beginning, the more you snowball. So anything that lets you eco is tends to be pretty good. We'll go in sequence, so we'll go with Bandit Raid first. Alright. So I will talk through some of the first couple ones, but I might stop talking through some of my decisions later. This is kind of interesting, so we could go for this, and the shield will block all of these attacks, and we'll get the blue gem. So it's basically like a free blue gem here. So I'm actually kind of keen on having a free blue gem. Alternatively, we can try an eco and get to 5 gold, so we can get this 2 golden shield, which is really good. And that's what I would normally do. But we'll just go for the safe play here, and then maybe take one of these 3s. Lifesteal's okay. It kind of depends. This one's really good because it has. I always like stuff that's mixed with shields on the cleric, because again, shield bash is kind of insane. Yeah, so we'll just keep that. And another thing is you could buy before your rerolls, and then I'll get added to your reroll, which is relevant sometimes. Let's get rid of the heart. The heart's generally your worst option. You just never want it. Keep there. Next turn. We're taking damage, but it's not a big deal. Block there. And we'll keep here. And we'll, because we have 3 blue gems, this is fine. And we also have 10 shield bashes. So you always want to go for score. You almost never want to go for these unless you're... Well, I guess it depends. Alright. So we'll want to kill that guy first. With the cleric especially, you can afford to take a lot of damage because of Holy Light, which increases your max health by 2 and you gain 7. So that can pad you out, which is relevant sometimes. Okay, we'll keep. We don't know the health on this chest. That's the thing, you don't know the health on the chest. If it's on like a weak enemy or like a low wave, it's usually lower, but it can vary quite drastically. So we'll keep here. And that leveled us up. So we can take Strategic Retreat or Weaken. Weaken is absurd on some levels. Here it doesn't really matter, but on other levels it's insane. Strategic Retreat's fine though. We'll do that. Now we have some options. So we can take a Piercing attack. This is just generally better, and it's cheaper too. So we'll take that upgrade. And Piercing attacks means it goes through your shield. So we could just kill him now. Again, we have 4 turns left though, so which means you have 4 more turns to eco, which is what we want to do. So we'll just keep and do that. Keep. And could kill, or we could try and roll for money, which is pretty safe. Yeah, we can afford to go for one more. And we're rewarded. Yeah, a lot of it's gauging what you can get away with. Because if I rolled, like say I rolled a gold and a blue gem, then you're screwed because you can't kill him. But I think that's the only bad thing you could, only bad combination. The other only bad combination would be gold and gold. Because if you roll blue gem shield, I can shield bash. Or if I roll gold and shield, I can shield bash. So it's about gauging those risks. Yeah, so we'll get 30 points. Gold is worth 10 points at the end. But we'll take that. And here's the, like, prime example of risk reward. We'll keep the 2 because it lets us get either this or this. This lets us eco harder, so we're gonna go for that. And strict upgrade here. Okay, this is a very good situation. So it might not look like much, but this means we can strategic retreat for a ton of resources. So see what I mean? So now we have 2. So this will increase by 1, and then we gain 1 gold and 2 health for each shield. So we're about to gain like 3, 4. So we're going to gain 7 gold here and get all of our health back. And they can't touch us because we have 4 shield. And we can also shield bash here. Which we'll do. And this gives us some options here. None of these are too interesting. I guess this one's the best option here. So we'll take that. Now we have another die to put upgrades on, which is always nice. Eco. And more upgrades. So we'll probably want to capture one of those goblins. Eco. And we can take we can be a bit more, we can afford to take more risks here because we also have like basically 2 attacks on this die. So we can fudge up a little here and be fine. Alright. And this is very good. This is why like having mixed dice with that are attacks and resources are good, because now I can do this where I shield bash and kill both of them. Unrollable upgrades are also really good because it lets you get rid of things that it lets you roll your better things. So for example, we can do it here. It's like, well, we're getting rid of a gold face, but we're also increasing our chance to roll that one. So yes, we'll get less gold, but we'll just get better things in general off this dice now. And keys can kind of be considered like gold in a way. Let's see. Keep going. Oh my gosh. The eco. Now it gets kind of weird. I don't like getting rid of that, but we got an eco, man. 4 turns left. Yeah, that's fine. Let's reroll. We're getting kind of close here, so we may keep. We'll reroll though. Okay, this is very good. It fills all our gems back up. So now we don't really have to worry about that. But you can see how, like, if I had 2 white gems, I could have holy lighted and then got everything. Okay, we'll try and go for a capture here. Yeah, it failed. We should be fine. Maybe. Let's see, we'll do 2, 2, 2. Okay, so that guy lives. Oh, that's okay though. It's not a big deal. We'll make up for our score at the end with gold. Yeah, we have 19 gold in reserve. We have a lot of gold in reserve. Let's see. Roll. Keep. Oh, that guy might kill himself. And like that. And the other thing about shield bashes, so watch this. You can do this, and then you can attack again, so it lets you split up your attacks. You can guess how useful that is. More gems. And we probably won't buy any more upgrades, I don't think we need any more. That was already a bit overkill. And now our streak got reduced, so that's a bit unfortunate. Let's see, we have 7 turns. What we do here is kill most of them, and then try and capture this guy, because we get 10 gold if we capture him, which is 100 points, which is quite significant. So, again, can you split up our attacks here? And kill 2 guys with 1 dice. And you can see we still have 4 shield bashes left, so a lot of the times we'll have attacks left over. And we'll keep that. And we'll be reducing his HP, but we won't be killing him. Let's see. Gets us a coin, so that's another point. Yep. Yeah, we can go for it. I don't think we're going to get 5 stars, but that's okay. So we were 68 points away. But that means, on the flip side, if we had 7 more coins, we could have gotten there. So you can see how you could just ignore the streak things and just go for gold. And just, again, eco is everything. You just eco as hard as you can. Alright, now we have the ninja. Ninja's interesting. Chain is also interesting. I don't really like chain, but if you can get your chain to work, it's pretty okay. Stunning attacks are very good, so it stops monsters from hitting you, and you don't want them to hit you. And all classes can now learn ninja abilities. Forgotten Island, Wisdom Tome. And it tells you the unlock requirements here as well. All abilities have 50% more charges, so that can be good for some abilities that are very impactful but have a low amount of charges, or abilities with a high amount of charges that you always want to be able to spam, like Shield Bash, for example. So yeah, we'll take that here, so we can spam Shield Bash. Alright, so these guys have Fearing attacks. It's Fear instead of damage. Again, we're not too scared of Fear. So our shop is kind of pathetic here. And that means we'll do a restock. This is very useful. It basically lets you mulligan your shop contents. So you can see other stuff. So we'd really like that. So sometimes you'll wait on your restock until you have some more gold, but I just went for it. So if we can roll 2 gold, that would be great. If we can't, we'll wait or maybe go for the 2 piercing attack. And roll. We'll keep the gems. And we have a bunch of turns that only has 1 health, so we can afford to roll for gold here. And also this lets us see more shop contents before the next wave as well. Yeah, we'll just end our turn. We'll keep, because it's gold. And then there's other things about the shop. So you see the red gems. For the cleric, you can kind of ignore those unless you get an ability where you use red gems. So like, in this case it would be like just a sword and a gem, which is not as good. It might look better than it actually is. That's going to be the case with some of your other abilities. Oh, this is perfect. So get a gold and finish. Okay. So yeah, the double arrow went. I didn't take it because I saw some other opportunities here. So we'll probably go for the stun. This is like just pretty good here. And we're pretty good on gems too. So we can remove fear. We don't really care. Red gems are useless to us. So again, go for the streak. So we can unlock things faster. This is a good attack here. And sometimes from chests you'll get gold. So if we had another attack, we could attack the chest and try and get some gold. But at this point, we're going to lose that, so instead we'll go for this, which is a massive upgrade. Okay, 3 charges for Holy Light is not very good. Swap 2 target faces on your dice and or in the shop. This is one of the best abilities in the game at this stage, so we'll take that. That's a ninja ability. Okay. This one's also good, so we'll keep here. Deal with the chest here. So we can get some gold. And now we'll go for cheaper upgrades. Just trying to increase the quality of our dice. Not necessarily by leaps and bounds, but just by some small amount here. Alright. That's not very good. Okay. We do want to try and... Okay, we could go for that. That blocks the lifesteal. I actually kind of like that. And we probably won't get the chest here, but that's okay. And now we'll probably want to start actually using your shield badge. We'll keep. And we might wait to kill that guy so we can try and get those chests open. Or we could eco. Let's eco. Okay. 3 sword kills pretty much everything, so we want to take 3 sword when we see it. Trap kills everything. Trap's okay on this level, it's not amazing. And 3 swords already paying off. The universal key attacking something. It's only 70%, but that's okay. In that case, it was fine. We'll probably try and get that. That actually looks pretty good. And he's dead. So we'll get 1 coin, so then we can buy that. Yeah. Okay. And we could have gone for the red gem there for Master's Guidance, but it's fine. So he attacks for your fear. That's why, like, they were all fearing you, just so they can get at your actual health, not to actually kill you through fear. Let's just keep here. And again, we start ecoing. It's all about the eco. It's a very good upgrade. We can go for Shield Bash. That's not a terrible idea here. Okay. Really want a shield, and we got a shield there. And lots of eco. So that dude's dead. Could have tried to capture him. He's pretty good if you capture him, but we weren't gonna mess around with that. Okay, we'll Holy Light. And you can see we're kind of low, and now we're almost full again. And now we can start going for these really juicy ones, like this, for example. We probably should have covered the sword, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll keep. You could reroll that. I'll keep here. And we'll put us at 7 fear, which is a little scary. We have 4 turns left to open these chests. These are all weak chests, which is strangely fortunate for us. We'll take that. And here's chain, so it multiplies whatever's on the dice face by how many chains you have. So if all your dice have chains, it gets pretty crazy pretty quickly. And that's what the ninja is supposed to be about, but chain is kind of a weak mechanic. Because if you don't roll your chain, it can really suck, and you can just die. We can Master's Guidance here, so we should probably be doing that. So it has to be a chain and a non-chain, but you can see how powerful this is, because sometimes you'll have things that are isolated in awkward spots where you don't want to cover them. But in this case, we can go for that and the white gem. Or you can get rid of a really crappy chain and get like an actual upgrade that'll do something for you. Keep. And we'll keep. And we're doing pretty good. And you can see we're at wave 4, but we can already buy 10 cost upgrades. We'll do the streak. So now we can start dipping into red. Red wasn't very useful, but now we want a Master's Guidance. So we want a little bit of it, and this is just an okay die as well. We can ease off ecoing a little bit here, so we can get rid of that gold coin there. We'll keep here for the white gems. And just continue to upgrade our dice if we can. So get rid of that, get rid of that. And I think that's restock here. Oh, that's very good. The gem side is kind of weak again though. You can start easing off on our eco a little bit and start just getting kind of crazy dice here. Yeah, so the more chain you get, the better it gets. But again, the problem is consistency. If you don't get your chains together, you can just die. And we'll take care of the bats. We're kind of scared of them right now because our fear is pretty high. And yeah, let's go ahead and capture this guy. And again, you can see how Tome of Wisdom's really good, because normally we only have 3 charges of this, but we get 5 charges because of that, so it's kind of good. We'll keep there. We haven't used too many shield bashes yet, so we can just hammer these guys. And you can see there's an 11 health shot. We can get pretty high. But we can probably just brute force. We don't even need to roll a key. Let's see if we can... yeah, we can just get rid of a blank die face. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, do we want to just brute force our way through? I think we do. We'll just brute force our way through. Yeah, that's the other thing about ecoing is you can just brute force through chests. You don't even need a key. Again, we can split our attack there, open it. And the other thing, you level really quickly, so the more you eco, the more dice you unlock, which is like your main requisite of strength, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna get wasted here. But yeah, this might look easy, but I'm only doing this well because I played a lot. Otherwise, I'd not be doing quite as well. Now we're just gonna ignore the chest and keep going. We've got enough score to get 5 stars, I think, so I'm not too worried. Okay. So... we lost fear, I think, from... No, not from Play Life, from something. Something made us lose fear. Oh, I think it's the bat that's making us lose fear. So we'll just keep here. Open there. Plenty of mana. Plenty of gems. Actually, we don't want a Master's Guidance. Unless there's something really bad. We have so much gold we can restock though. Now we Master's Guidance. And we'll start bodying the Duchess here. Yeah, chain on shield bash is like pretty okay. And we win. Normally you drag that out for another 5 turns to farm gold, but I think we'll be okay with what we have. You can see how we got 350 points from our gold. So I think the crime was 640 and we got 1022, so we were very safe. Okay, Elementalist unlocked, Magic Attack unlocked. Die faces can now have Magic Attack, spend red gems for double damage. Die faces can now have Wild Gems. Wild Gems can be used as gems of any color. All classes can now learn Elementalist abilities. Scenario unlocked, Infested Sewers. Trapper's Pit. Angel's Touch. Okay. We'll go over some of these. So, first ninja, you get shurikens. And spend red gems to deal 1 damage. You get 10 of them. This is a chance you get a red gem back. You never do. Smoke Bomb. That's very good. You stun all enemies, they don't attack. You can just... with Tome of Wisdom, you just chain that 5 times and make a mockery of the boss. Otherwise, they rely on chains, which is not very good. If you do use the ninja, go for their stuns. Stuns are way better. And the Elementalist is maybe just the best. I wouldn't say they're the best class in the game, but they're like the second best class in the game. Because they have an answer to whatever's happening, they have a way to deal with it. With, they have ability to nuke, and they also have the ability to do it 2-turn stun, which is kind of insane with the icicles. They also have a very large max mana pool, or max gem pool. You can see they can have up to 5 red gems, and like normally it's like 2 or 3, but like going to 5 is like pretty good. It lets you do a lot of burst. So for example, you could have like your max at 5, and then you might have 1 wild gem. But you can just nuke an enemy for 15 damage. Like here she had 9 life, but you just like for some enemies they might have more than that, and you just hose them with your fireballs at the end if you save them. Sometimes you have to use them. Well, can actually show you, but I think we'll end it there for tonight. So, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more of this, I can do more. But go pick the game up yourself. It's on itch.io for free. Circadian Dice. Great game.